Hi YouTube. I know I've been a little MIA for, what is it, like 4 weeks now. Um, I'm fine, everything's good. I just have been super, super busy. Um, I've had a lot on my mind and a lot going on in my life, so I'm really sorry I missed out. I'll just kind of skim over what's been going on with me and the pregnancy and the baby and all that jazz. So after I came back from vacation, I had my ultrasound and I interviewed a new doctor. Um, my old doctor, who I had to break up with, she was in a town that was about 30-40 minutes away from me. And the only hospital that she would deliver in was about a 2 hour drive from my house. My husband really wasn't okay with that. He works about 45 minutes from home. So if I went into labor, he'd have to drive home from work and then take me to the hospital. So we're looking at about 3 hours. And he's really just didn't feel comfortable with that. It really sucks because I loved my doctor. She's the kind of doctor, she owns her own practice. So she was actually going to be there and it was going to be her delivering the baby. Um, we went to go see a new facility. The facility is amazing. It's like a hotel. You have your private room, private bathroom, private shower. Um, it's very cozy. They kind of let you do what you want. It's a little bit like hippie style, but it's nice because they really let you do what you need to do and what you feel comfortable with. You know, if you want food, you can go out and get food. You can have stuff ordered in. There's always hospital food, but it's actually a wing of the hospital that has its own entrance, its own whole little area, and it only has 9 rooms. So it's very quiet, very confined, and it's got top security on it too. So that's kind of nice. Um, and then when you're like after you've given birth and you have a baby, like they say you never have to have the baby in the little baby's rooms. If you want, you can have the baby in with you the entire time. They do like a menu that you can look through where you can have like lobster and steak and like these crazy nice meals at the end. And they can do like a romantic dinner for you and your husband. So that's kind of nice. And it's only 15 minutes from my house. So that's really where we were sucked in. I mean, the facility is phenomenal. So I looked at doctors that were in that area. And so I interviewed a doctor. She was okay. She's just a doctor. It would be whoever would be on call, which I kind of don't like, but um, I guess that's not the important part, and that's what I really have to realize. I would love to have a doula, but it's so much money out of pocket. It's something that we just really can't afford. Um, so we did that, and then I broke up with my doctor. But my records still haven't been transferred, so I haven't been able to have another doctor's appointment. So I've actually never really had that first appointment. Like the only thing I've had is like my blood drawn, and I guess the other doctor, my old doctor, didn't really do like the first appointment where you get all the brochures and you get coupons and all that jazz. I've never had any of that, and I kind of feel like I'm a little bit in the dark, especially since I'm 16 weeks already. Um, but the time kind of flew by at the same time, so um, we haven't been able to go over my ultrasound or making or my blood work to make sure everything's okay. Um, I'm sure it's not an issue, and I don't really care. If there is something like Down syndrome or something, I didn't really want those tests, but my old doctor kind of said, well, they're mandatory. So it's something I would have preferred to stay away from, but I guess, it's done already, so it doesn't matter. And it doesn't matter what we find out the results are anyways. Um, so that's it for like appointments and stuff. Right now, 16 weeks, the baby's the size of an avocado. It's about 4 inches and about 3.5 ounces. So that's kind of crazy. I don't have any bloating anymore. So all my stomach is like baby. It's like, it's kind of popped a little bit, but it's funny because like you can't tell a ton because I had the bloating before, so it's kind of like the same except for my stomach's like hard now. My husband was like feeling my stomach the other day, and it was like I think you could feel like the, I don't know if that's possible, but you can feel like the sides of the uterus. We were kind of like pressing and felt like where they were, and so that was kind of crazy, because it's like moved up now. The uterus is kind of in the middle between your belly button and your pelvic bone. So there's that. And I don't know if I felt the baby move, but my husband like rubs my stomach like at night and talks to the baby, which now the baby can actually hear him, they say, so that's kind of cool. But he still talks to the baby every night, and when he like rubs my stomach, I kind of feel this like, I don't know how to describe it, kind of like a rolling motion, but I know that's not what you're supposed to feel right away. It's supposed to be like flutters, so maybe I'm just making stuff up in my head, but that's kind of how I think that's going right now. But I guess once I feel the baby move, I'll know exactly if that's what it was before. But as far as weight, I've got my appetite back. Still not really eating meat. I don't like it. Like all meat hasn't really sounded interesting, but I'm hungry all the time, so I've been eating constantly. I have to eat about every hour, otherwise I get sick. But I had been down 13, at the most 14 pounds, but it really stayed around 13 pounds. But I have gone up since then, so I was down 13, and then last week I went up a pound, and this week I'm up a pound, so I'm down -11, so total. I'll go ahead and say my weight on here. I'm not ashamed. I mean, it's kind of a high number, which sucks, but, we'll work on that after the baby's out and I can do stuff. I am at 214 currently, so I was 225 when I got pregnant. So I am considered obese, and my doctor only wants me to gain 10 pounds, but so far I'm down -11. So if I gain 10, then that would be really cool because I'd essentially be down at the end. But all the stuff that I've read say really you gain all the weight you lose back plus, the extra. So weight down, that's cool. Which is kind of weird, like to lose weight and be eating all the time. And I'm not eating amazingly well, which, I should be, but right now what I can keep down is what I'm happy with. So, other stuff is still kind of making me, like, the aversions, like, all that, like, fruits and vegetables, only if they're grilled, I really like them, and I really have to be in the mood for them. So, and then, like I said, no meat. So I've really been kind of picky as far as that goes. And I've never been a picky person with food, obviously, because I'm at the weight I'm at. So, sorry I'm kind of rambling, but I'm just trying to go over kind of everything that's going on in the last 4 weeks. Thanks to all my new subscribers and the questions, seeing if why I've been missing or whatever. There's no reason except for that I've been really busy and just super lazy about this, and I'm sorry. I'm gonna get back on track because I feel better once I get the vlogs in. I kind of feel, I don't know if any of you, if you're pregnant, like if you're feeling this way, but sometimes I don't feel like I'm pregnant, like at all, except for like I'll forget and then I'll look down and be like, oh, I'm really fat, and then be like, oh, right, like pregnancy. So I'm like, my husband literally calls me the worst pregnant person ever. I'm always like thinking I can do things, and he's like, oh no, you're pregnant. The other day there was a barbecue we were going to, and our friend had horses, and I was like, oh sweet, I can go horseback riding. And he's like, no, Christina, you're pregnant, you can't do that stuff anymore. So that kind of was a bummer, but happens a lot that I forget that. And anything else? Not really. I'm just kind of waiting. The doctor's office said they'd give me a call when they got the records, so I'll probably call them tomorrow to check up on it because I am due for another appointment probably pretty soon. Um, oh, I guess something I'd love to get your guys' opinion on. So, my mother-in-law wants to come to my ultrasound. Now, I'm really set team green. I don't want to find out what it is. And this next ultrasound is when they can tell you. So I'm really freaking out about them saying, okay, do you want to know? And I'll say no, but then they might slip and say something. Or, the ultrasounds, I don't know if they've changed over the last couple years, but they're really clear. And I'm terrified to even look at the screen because then, if it's a boy, hello, there it is. Like, it's obvious. I'm terrified that I'm going to notice. So when I go to the appointment, I really don't even want to look at the screen. I'm going to be super curious to see how my baby's doing, but I don't want to look at the screen because I don't want to know what it is. And then I would hate for them to, say something. And, if my husband's going to be there, then he can see the screen. And then my mother-in-law, who really wants to know the sex of the baby, she's going to be looking at the thing the whole time. And so, I don't know. I don't know if I should just let her come, because if I let her do this, then it's easier for me to say, like, hell no, you're not coming in the delivery room. I don't know if that's something she is going to ask to do, but, there's no way that's not happening. So I don't really know how to approach that, but I guess that's it for this week. I have the husband tag thing to post. I'll do that. It's really long, so if you watch it, thanks, because it's like extremely long. But you can meet my husband and see what he has to say about me. I guess now it's just time for the belly shot. So, okay, here's my belly. Looks like pretty big in this outfit, but not as big as some days, but there's that. Lift it up. So there's my belly. So this is all hard now, and I feel like it's definitely popped. I'm wearing like all these fun maternity clothes that go up to your armpits, but they're super comfy, so that's kind of nice. So there's that. My boobs have definitely gotten bigger, but my belly has definitely gotten bigger. I feel like right here it's pretty big, but I know the baby's down here, so maybe it's just all my organs up here, but it's really hard now. There's like, it used to be squishy, but I feel like everything's all here. So that's it. Thanks for watching. Thanks to my new subscribers. And again, guys, I'm really sorry I haven't posted lately, but I will be doing a couple more videos too. I have a ton of baby clothes that I've been getting at like yard sales and stuff. So maybe I'll do like a baby buys kind of thing. I guess that's it. And if you have any questions, let me know. And don't feel shy. Like, I'll answer whatever. So that's it. Thanks for watching. See you later.